I know you said you weren't ready. I've started filming. You're taking some notes. A whole page of
Yeah,
notes.
if I don't take notes, I'm going to sit here using filler words, looking around, not knowing what to talk about, and I'm going to suddenly pick on something totally random like why are leaves green, and then go through the whole process of chlorophyll and photosynthesis, when in actual fact I don't know anything about the topic. Even though I did have biology as a subject at school. Remember, school was a long time ago. Right. Um, okay, about 8 years ago. No, almost 8 years ago. Almost 9 years ago. We moved into ours. That was towards the end of 2016. Um, from there, we were able to work. Um, we, yeah, we settled in there. At that stage, we were making glasses from drinking bottles. We branched out into our wooden decor items, added several new lines as we progressed, because for at last, we had the space that we could expand our lines and work and just improve our product offerings at the markets and to our clients. Um, Everything was going well, also taken into consideration until 2020. Early 2020, Terry's dad passed away. Um, and that was shortly before lockdown, about 2 weeks before lockdown. Lockdown happened. That just totally blew us out of the water. We had stock. We had nowhere to sell it. Um, we did have a little bit of money, but that was rapidly dwindling, to the extent that we were actually pretty worried about where the next meal was coming from, sort of thing. In June, there was a slight reprieve. We moved Terry's mom in with us. She'd been living in an old age home in a cottage, all on her own. She was going Looney Tunes on her
Isolated.
own. Eh?
Isolated.
She was isolated. She wasn't getting to see anybody, and she is a very sociable person. She wasn't getting to see anybody. She wasn't getting out and about the way she wanted to. So we got her to move in with us. We cleared a room for her, moved her in with us, and it took a lot of getting used to for both of us. There were a lot of adjustments that we had to make to accommodate Terry's mom and the dog. The dog did
her
not.
dog.
Yeah. Terry's mom's dog did not get on at all with our dogs. Least of all with Gilly, who's now passed on. So it was a matter of the dog living in the room with her, and we'd take it out for a bathroom call every hour and a half or so.
About 5-6 times a day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a big thing for us at the time.
Different meal times to usual.
Yeah. We had to make a lot of adjustments. Terry wasn't able to help me as much as what she used to, because she was able to. She was the primary caregiver for mom.
Or focus on online work where I need things to be quiet.
Yes. I would occasionally help, but really Terry was the main caregiver for her mom.
But during this time, you had your heart issue?
Yes. About a year after Terry's mom moved in with us, came a point where I wasn't well. I was just feeling like, that stuff you see. You'd imagine okay. I felt bad. I felt really bad. And Terry eventually got fed up with me not feeling well.
I was worried about you. You couldn't lie down. You couldn't breathe. You kept sitting up middle of the night, and every time you lay down, you couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So we had to go to hospital.
Yeah. So anyway, when I was like at my least resistance, she packed me to the car and took me to hospital. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Long story short, I ended up spending a couple of days in hospital. At one point, I did think I was going to be unalived, but I made it through. Um, there's an old Afrikaans saying, "Onkruid vergaan nie, weeds don't die." I'm the weed.
You're pretty weed. You're my weed.
Skinny, spindly. I just need to get some context here. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, now it is not bad enough that I now had developed a heart condition, which is supposed to have killed me like 2 years ago, I think, or something, whatever.
Unalived you.
Oh yes, unalived me. As if that wasn't bad enough, Terry and I both suffered from anxiety and depression.
My arthritis started as well in my neck.
Yeah, we both have issues with arthritis. Terry in the legs and the neck. Me in my lower back, and
the anxiety and depression was getting worse with the new conditions with Mom living with us.
Yeah, and of course I do have. I'm going to say this out now. I've got anger management issues. I lose my excrement at the drop of a hat.
And then you don't even remember what you did.
Yeah, and then sometimes I don't remember what I did. But thankfully that's few and far between. The medication I'm on
is helping.
Yeah, it keeps my batshit crazy, just crazy.
Your last panic attack was 7 years ago, which is very good going. The medication is helping you.
Yes, it is. But the downsides to all this are, I get tired quickly, I get tired a lot, and I get frustrated. And now there's recent issues with my eyes as well. I can't see properly. So I get super frustrated, and unfortunately, Terry has to bear the brunt of it. I mean, look, I've got no teeth. I mean, this is from Terry having to bear the brunt.
No.
Wait, no, sorry, this was some other woman.
All right.
Yeah, she was like short, round person. Wielding a mean plier.
Luckily, we have each other to get us through all this nonsense.
Yeah, look, we're not miserable people by nature. In fact, I think we're anything but miserable people by nature.
We are pretty miserable.
We are pretty miserable at the moment.
And because it's end of month and we don't have rent money.
It's end of month, we don't have rent money. We are stressed, but somehow we just maintain our sense of sick humour, whatever that is.
Yeah, I just want to go back to the no rent. It's very scary. We live on a property with 15 different homes, and there was somebody once living about 2 years ago on the property, and they couldn't pay their rent. They were evicted, ended up living on the streets, and 2 weeks later, the guy unalived because he was frail, weak, living in the streets, had nowhere to go, was walking every day to go, walking about 15 kilometers, about 10 miles one way, 10 miles back, to go see his dogs, which he loved, which had been taken away from him and put into a shelter. And because he hadn't been able to pay his rent, him and his dogs were evicted, and he became unalived. We are very, very scared of that sort of thing happening. Sorry, I know this is your talk. I also need to add in about Mom. We would not change that for the world. She lived with us for 3 years and became unalived in our presence with us holding her hands. She also had congestive heart failure, and she was in her last stage. Doctor gave her a month. She lasted 8 days. Would not change that for the world. I'm so glad our mother was with us. It did, however, set us back tremendously. Coming up June this year, she'll be gone for 2 years, and we're just still trying to find our way back to where we once were. We were never wealthy or rich, but we were kind of managing, and now we're not. We're not managing. Back to you, Tony.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Pretty much my next point was going to be that yes, we are pretty screwed at the moment financially. Um, there are issues that prevent us from being able to work the way we want to, but that just means we have to work smarter. Um, Unfortunately, even though I know how to spell smart, I don't know how to do smart. Um, we're pretty screwed at the moment, but one thing about that chick there is that she doesn't allow me to give up.
Where's the
You,
mm,
Terry doesn't allow me to give up because I'm sure that without her, I would probably have just a long time ago to sod this and just walked off into
into
sunset.
into the blue yonder?
Sunset's like orangey colour.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, we are not going to give up. We're not going to stop doing. We are going to carry on doing. We don't want handouts. We just want to be able to work. We just want to be able to create. Because that ultimately is what we are. We are creators.
Yeah.
And
We do need to build some kind of a passive income thingy or a
we do,
savings type thing, which is thus,
yeah,
our YouTube channel.
which is our YouTube channel. Now, at this stage, Jerry did mention in another video earlier today that at this stage our channel is pretty much all over and everywhere. This is the original circus of YouTube channels because you can go here for all sorts.
And that's exactly who we are.
Yeah, we're like a packet of licorice, all sorts. You toss it out on the table and you sort them into piles of what's the same, and you'll find several piles of, well, you'll find many piles with little bits in everything.
But
And,
it's still all licorice also.
but they are still all licorice all sorts. Now, we are like licorice all sorts.
Mm.
There's bits and bobs of everything
But we come together.
that come together and create
Us.
who we are
Yeah.
and what we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you've got any ideas on the sort of content that you would like to see us present,
Related to what we do, just look at our banner
look at our banner
on up at the top of our channel.
up there.
No. They have to go to our channel. Go to our
down there
channel,
first where it says BT South African.
and they can read our
And you click that.
description, or they can read the banner. The banner says exactly who we are, what's going on, and yeah, let us know what type of content you would like to see.
Hang on. You go there, just under the video, it says BT South African. Click that. That'll
Yes.
take you to our page where all our videos are.
Yes,
Right? Okay, now once you get there,
right at the top,
right at the top is the banner
where it says Beachy South Africa.
and some of the stuff that we do. Then underneath that is a description which tells
Yes.
you what we do in great detail.
And a couple of our links. Have a look
Yeah.
at our links too.
Yeah, you have to click the part to get to there. But okay, just watch all our videos. You don't actually. Okay, watch all our videos. Like them as you watch them. Comment on them as you felt after you've liked them. And then once you've done all that, just close your eyes and do it. There's a subscribe button thingy there somewhere. Just click on the subscribe button. Allow notifications. You don't actually have to do anything with it. Just listen to it. Watch all the videos. Like them. Comment on them. Subscribe. It's going to help us. And eventually it'll reach a stage where we don't need you anymore and you can unsubscribe yourself.
No, they must stay subscribers. We've got interesting content, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, the moment we don't know who our subscribers are because they set their subscriptions to anonymous.
Well, I don't know where you do that, because I don't know how to set that or unset that.
Well, I don't either. But
I don't know if people can see if I've subscribed or not.
But down the line, we might have something to be able to offer to our subscribers, and we need to know who they are.
No, you'll know if they take up on the offer. Then you'll know who they are.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's me. I'm done. Thanks for listening. Have a great one.
Love you.
Love you.
Mm.
Not that was for you.
Okay.
Not on the other side of the screen.
Well, there might be loads of other people watching this, not just
I
one guy.
I
Okay,
love
okay.
you.
Me. And
Yes.
I love you.
Subscribers, the subscribers I like.
Yes.
I like them.
Uh,
But they're not getting kisses.
okay.
I love you. You get
Okay.
a kiss.
Okay, goodie. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.